Ooh, it's about that time. Let's talk about GranBlue Fantasy Versus and GranBlue Fantasy Relink. That's a tongue-tied twister to get twisted up in. We're going to talk about some news and updates with the game and some of my opinions on it overall. I think this game is really astounding and it's going to be really cool. If you guys do not know, GranBlue Fantasy is a really popular, if not the world's most popular mobile game, or at least top 5, I believe. Everybody plays GranBlue Fantasy Versus. You can play it on your own web browser, things of that nature, or find some type of way to get it. Legitimately, my experience with the series is I don't really like mobile games. However, how good it may be, I respect it, but at the same time, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I had to go watch GranBlue Fantasy, the animation. I thoroughly enjoyed half of what I saw with the anime. Just stuff was happening that day, so I didn't finish it, but I think I got to episode 5 and 6 of the whole thing, and for my most part, I really enjoyed where the series was growing. Right now, my favorite characters are, I'm generic, Gran and freaking Catalina, because that's all I've seen in the series. But legitimately, I'm going to finish the series in the next upcoming days to talk about it with you guys and get ready for this game, because I want to have some background to it, and I'm happy that they did that. Another thing I want to say before I even go any further is that GranBlue Fantasy Versus is planned to have a worldwide release, but here's the kicker: not only GranBlue Fantasy Versus is supposed to drop, GranBlue Fantasy Relink is also supposed to drop at the same time with worldwide releases. So that's going to be freaking fire. Now, legitimately, I honestly do believe that GranBlue Fantasy Versus will most likely come out after EVO or before EVO. I can see it earliest probably like July of this year, and then having it play tested at EVO 2019. As well as, I do think my other option for that is if they both plan on having both of these games to drop in the same year, they can't come out next to each other, because that's just more money you got to drop, and it's two different audiences. RPGs audiences are completely different from fighting game audiences. One is turn-based and one is always get ready to go and be on your P's and Q's. So legitimately, there's going to probably be like, I don't know, a 3 to 4 month gap in between these games. Another thing I want to clarify with this game is that GranBlue Fantasy Relink looks astounding, and it looks really good, and it also has the work of Platinum Games. Yes, this is the big misconception that people are freaking out about, that Platinum Games did leave the production of GranBlue Fantasy Relink, but at the same time, they just made the exoskeleton and they gave out the work. Legitimately, it's just how Final Fantasy VII Remake was CC2 working on some things, and eventually they got faded and dropped off the product, but then it was going to go back to the in-house Square team at Square Enix. Legitimately, I think that game is still going to be good, but right now I'm focused on the fighting game portion of GranBlue Fantasy. Now, legitimately, the goal for GranBlue Fantasy Relink was supposed to drop in 2018. He doesn't want to give us a release date for the game until they absolutely finished, and don't want to have a delay again. I love Tetsuya Fukuhara because legitimately he is one of the developers I love. I'd rather not put out false dates and then knowing you weren't done just to try to beat deadlines. I love the fact that Arc System Works are really pushing and working on this franchise to make it one of the best they ever will have. Legitimately, with GranBlue Fantasy Versus, he's pretty much going to say for Versus, we're definitely going to have 60 FPS as a fighting game. We believe that's a must. Come on, every fighting game has 60 FPS. Like, that's being said, that's ridiculous not to have it. Legitimately, I do strongly believe that right now that GranBlue Fantasy Versus will be interesting to me, because they said it's not going to be a heavy combo based fighter. It's going to be heavy neutral based, and I like that. To me, I don't have a problem with it, because my favorite game is Super Smash Brothers. Legitimately, that's just how I roll. That's how I love it. That's my favorite like fighting game, okay? And if not that, favorite fighting game would probably be like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and 3. I like BB Tag. And if not, the game that I really, really love and I'm really feel like I'm really decent at, I am not going to hype myself up like I'm OD, Mortal Kombat, which I'm also excited for Mortal Kombat 11. So, that's all I got to say for today's video. Apologize for all the background noise you may or may not hear. I got construction going on in my house, If you'd like to subscribe to this channel for all anime, fighting games, Square Enix, Nintendo like updates, I got it all. I'm literally the avatar for a reason. That being said, it's your boy Yaya. You guys are golden, and that is raw. Squalla. Peace. And follow me on Twitter at avataryayaTV. Please.